Good Tuesday afternoon, YouTube. How you guys doing today? So, today I want to have a little light conversation. I think it'll be very interesting. I want to talk about polyandry. Uh, in case you guys don't know what polyandry is akin to polygamy. Now we know that polygamy is when you have one man and two or more wives, right? But polyandry is the opposite. Hey, Brian. Polyandry means you have uh, one woman and two or more men. Now, I'm gonna say up to two for me, but there are some women that actually practice polyamory, and it works for them. I know in a lot of countries, in some other countries, polyandry or a female led relationship, a matriarchal relationship, is accepted in places like Nepal, Tibet, China. Even in China, there are a couple of, in the mountains of China, there are a couple of matriarchal tribes, if you will, and they are female led. So that is the reason why I want to talk about polyandry. And I also want to talk about polyandry because we know that in today's world, especially amongst young people and older people, we are trying to redefine gender roles. So my question is, since we are trying to redefine gender roles, especially as it pertains to the black community, could polyandry be the answer for a lot of, especially alpha black women? Because hey, I am Aries Queen. Hey, Kingsmina. Hey, and so anyway, yeah, Beta Male's Paradise, absolutely. And I want to tell you why I say that too. Too, I am Aries Queen. So we know that, we hear these men, especially on YouTube, always talking about the black women aren't feminine, they're too masculine, they're this, that, and the other, and we hear them crying and whining all the time. And we know clearly they whine so much they sound like women, so that means they're beta males, right? Because if you are an alpha male, you don't have to worry about doing all this crying and whining and complaining about women not letting you, quote unquote, letting you lead, right? So I got to thinking about polyandry. So, like I said, it is and in Nigeria, um, polyandry is legal. If you look at the thumbnail, there is a Nigerian young woman, and she is married to twin brothers, right? And also, if you look at the picture in the far right, I believe it's my right. Is it your right? I think it's your right too. You see one woman and three men. Now, these examples are is a form of polyandry known as fraternal polyandry. And what fraternal polyandry is say you're a woman and you're going out with a twin brother. Um, and then we know that for identical twins, they are like one person, right? So this Nigerian woman, she has married identical twin brothers. They're essentially one person. So it's one egg, literally one egg split in two. So is that really considered polyandry? There are two people, but they are one person. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's fraternal polyandry. And the other picture in the far right is one woman, and she is married to identical triplets. Okay, and so they are also essentially one person, but three people, because it's one egg split three times. So that is fraternal polyandry. But even if you don't involve yourself with fraternal polyandry, I think it could work if you are, like I said, while we redefine. Hey, making it happen. You don't see any picture? I didn't put the picture up there. My thumbnail is not up there. You don't see my? Can y'all see my thumbnail? I think when you click on the video, you can see the thumbnail. If it's not, I'll replace it. But thanks for telling me that, because I thought I put the thumbnail up. Maybe I didn't. No thumbnail? Oh wow! How'd I do that? Anyway, I don't even think I did that. I think YouTube did that. Anyway, I'll replace the child when I get done. Oh yeah, I didn't check the thumbnail. Anyway, y'all, let me finish, okay? Because I'm getting sidetracked. So here's the thing about polyandry as it pertains to the black community. Like I said, especially in our community, we seem to be redefining gender roles, okay? And so, huh? Anyway, we seem to be redefining gender roles. So my question for today is: could polyandry work? Especially in the black community, especially here in America. Like I said, it's pretty much common practice in a whole lot of other countries, including the country of Nigeria, right? Especially fraternal polyandry, okay, as well as other forms of polyandry in other parts of the world, especially somewhere like on the Asian continent where there are not enough women and too many men. So if you find yourself in a polyandry type relationship or married, it won't be, nobody is going to, look at you sideways because it's too many men there anyway. Now, here in the black community, we know that we have more women than men, right? But it is hard to find, really, from what I hear these days, it's hard to find a heterosexual male. So, anyway, in a polyandry type relationship where the woman is choosing two or more men to be in, I think it could work. I think it could work in this day and age because we have a lot of, honestly, beta males. We have a lot of men that want to be led. If we didn't have so many men wanting to be led, you won't hear all this crying and complaining. Do you see what I'm saying? But because we are under this system of religion, which is under the system of patriarchy, religion tells you that you are only supposed to be mated with one mate. Like if you are one woman, one man. That is what religion is telling you, especially in this country. But we know that religion is simply a control mechanism for many. And so take away, if you strip away that Christian religion, and you're in somewhere like Tibet where Buddhism rules, or Nepal, or some parts of Africa, even, and China. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not that foreign. But because a lot of us are bound by religion in this country, a lot of people, as well as patriarchy, a lot of people, especially men, would frown upon it. But say you are a lot of people are practicing polyandry and they don't even know it. Say you are a woman and you got two boyfriends, right? Or you single and you don't have a boyfriend, but you got more than one guy that you're seeing. That is a form of polyandry. But the only difference between that sort of situation and polyandry is you're entering into a marriage type situation, right? Now, as a matter, and you will ask yourself, well, would that be illegal? So up until Friday, this past Friday, the Supreme Court struck down and said it is unconstitutional for polygamy to be against the law. And we know we have a lot of polygamous groups in Utah, right, where they have the sister wives and stuff. And so it is said that it is unconstitutional. It is not illegal for them to be in a polygamous relationship. But I wonder what if they were female colonies, like the polygamous colonies, would that be deemed illegal? Do you see what I'm saying? But as of Friday, they said no, polygamy is not illegal, and it's unconstitutional, right? But you can still only have one marriage license, which means the sister wife that you married first, that is legally your wife, but you can't. It is not illegal for you to have more than one wife. Now, I'm sure a lot of us have seen those sister wives show, right? And they have fought for years trying to, let the, fight with the courts so that they won't be jailed for practicing polygamy. Do you see what I'm saying? So now the federal court has overturned that rule. So, which opens the door, like I said, since people are redefining, roles in relationships and everything else. What if you have a female polygamous situation, which is polyandry? Could that work for you? I'm sure it wouldn't work for some women. It will work if you are a alpha female and you're entering into a relationship either with twins fraternally or either beta males, to be quite honest, men that are not alpha, because you cannot be a alpha woman and be mated to two or more alpha males because somebody is gonna get hurt. Okay. or mortally wounded. But it can work if you are dealing with a couple of beta males, I think. And we know that because of, people spend so much time online. A lot of people don't have any social skills. I think there are a lot of antisocial men that are heterosexual, men that are considered non-select, men that are afraid to talk or even approach women. They love women. They're not bisexual, they're not gay. They are just afraid to talk to a woman. But in walks this alpha male with this polyandry state of mind, and that could be, the cure to a whole lot of these problems as far as it pertains to the antisocial male or beta male in some cases, in my opinion. Do you see what I'm saying? But the woman has to be alpha because she has to be. No, we're not talking about polyamory. We're talking about polyandry. Polyamory is when there's one man and a couple of different women. But this is one woman and a couple of different men. That's what we're talking about, Petra. And so King's Mina said, "Is it girl? Is she said, is it girl? I got me a hetero. And if anyone is looking, I got an ex. He cute, works hard, but he kind of on the possessive side. But see, that's if you have an ex that is possessive, he wouldn't be a good candidate. To yeah, they used to call it free love. Yeah, you're right about that. In during the flower power, the hippies and stuff, they called it free love. Yeah, you're right about that, Petra. Yeah, if you are dealing with a possessive man, he wouldn't work well in a polyamorous relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's not my problem no more. I heard that, Kingsmina. You know, but yeah, I think, but like I said, it wouldn't be for everybody. But then you have these men that are, I think they are sexually repressed because they go around trying to police women's vaginas and stuff. They want to tell you what to do with your vajayjay. Okay, and I think that a lot of those men that you heard online sounding like that, they are, you know, for whatever reason, afraid of the kitty cat, okay? Or feel intimidated by the kitty cat. And if you're running into people, like if you run into a man that is trying to police you over JJ, I say, run the other way because you in danger, girl. Okay? But I think that it could work. In my opinion, it could work. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are doing it anyway. A lot of women, some women don't mind mentioning it. Some women, you are involved with more than one man. Just like men are involved with more than one woman sometimes. Do you see what I'm saying? So why can't you be legally bound? Not legally, but what is wrong with being in a consenting relationship with adults? You be the woman, and in this two or more men. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it could work. It could solve a lot of problems. It solved a lot of problems in the other countries that I mentioned, before. But I find that fraternal, polyandry, the fraternal ones where the girls are married to the twin brothers, I find that particularly interesting because I would like to see how that worked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Petra said, I've been polyamorous 20 years almost. Okay, just honest about what it is instead of lying. Absolutely. And cheating and stuff. Absolutely. And that's another problem that a lot of people have when it comes to relationships with one person. You have to worry about, is the person gonna cheat on you or not? Cheat on you or not? But if you are a certain type of female, just like me, like just let me say that I have never been an insecure woman, and it's not only about insecurity when it comes to cheating. If I can't trust you, then I can't be with you. And then number two, like I realize that it's not all about the sex anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've never been, and if you want to go, pretty much you can go. Because there's always one that loves more in the relationships. But you can't, like I said, religion and Disney is telling you that you can only be with one partner, like for the rest of your life. Do you see what I'm saying? Everybody need to take a break sometime. Why do I want to look at you every day, all day for the rest of my freaking life? Like, where they do that at? But anyway, it's not for everybody. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, but yeah, that was my thing. What do you guys think? Would you be willing to involve yourself in a polyandry type situation if you are the one in control of the situation? It does take some kind of cooperation. It does absolutely take cooperation on all parts. But like I said, religion, especially here in the Americas, tells you that you can only be involved with one man, or one woman, like for the rest of your life, or at least for the rest of the relationship. Brandy said I wouldn't. It's not for every. Yeah, I know you wouldn't, Brandy. You know what I mean? But your auntie girl. But yeah, if I was younger, in this day and age, with gender roles and career roles and everything else being toppled over, you know what I mean? And so yeah, whatever, wouldn't matter to me. I just don't want to see no drama. That's my issue. And so, yeah, Petra said, right, monogamy isn't natural, really. Only with a few species mate for life. Yeah, yes, yeah. I know wolves imprint on one another, so they mate for life. And didn't they say geese or something like that mate for life? There's a couple of animals that mate for life, And a lot of the problem in relationships and I think that some men mate for life, and I think that some women mate for life. But also, if you meet a man, and he is not monogamous, but he is not trying to hurt you, if it's just in his nature, you know what I mean, you will have to deal with something like that. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of men and a lot of women aren't wired to be with only one person for the rest of their life. And that is so. If that is where asking questions, could be helpful. Do you see what I'm saying? And also, you don't even have to fall under this religious mentality of only being with one person for the rest of your whole freaking life. It's like it's not necessary. Do you see what I'm saying? Not to me. Making it happen, man. He said I'd probably be open to it if the men stayed in different states. In different states, LOL. I don't need a double headache around the house. No, see, making it happen, Manny. That's where it comes into having an adult conversation, an adult relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I said that if they were beta males or males that are not alpha, and you are the alpha female, I think it would work better. But you can't be in a polyandry type relationship, a woman led relationship with an alpha male, or even two alpha males. It's not going to work. And then even if you're in a polyandry type relationship with two beta males, men are naturally going to buck you, and they're going to try you. Like I don't know if any of you have ever done this, but I love dogs, right? And so, if you say you get a dog, certain types of dogs will try you. Like I love big dogs, like Rottweilers, right? So I learned early on, because I like big dogs, I have to be stronger than the dog. Because when I had a Rottweiler, his name was Socks. He lived till he was 13 and he died, right? But when I had Socks, uh, I learned that I would have to be stronger than Socks, or he was going to run my whole house and try to run me, because it was a Rottweiler. Do you see what I'm saying? And because it is a Rottweiler, it is a protector. The dog is going to buck you. And it's just the same way with men. Men are going to buck you. It's in their nature. Even if they're beta males, they're still going to buck you. And you have to be stronger than that male. Mentally, you have to be stronger than the male, and so that it won't buck you. Do you see what I'm saying? So that you can pretty much keep it in its place without it wreaking havoc. Because if you don't do that, no, the relationship is not going to work. And so yeah, it can cause a headache. Manny said, "Nah, I'd rather be with one person." LOL, and hopefully he leave his religion at his mama house. I understand that. Like I said, it's not for everybody. I think that it takes a certain type of person. But see, here's the thing: you got a lot of women that say they only want to be with one man. What if your man is cheating? Then you're in a type of polygamous relationship, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Because a lot of women, especially a lot of married women, know that their husband cheat or, fool around and stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? But they still won't leave. They are still in that relationship. So technically, by proxy, they're in a polyamorous relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? Because there's a side chick. If your husband or your boyfriend got a side chick or a side baby mama that he's still seeing, you are in a polyamorous relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? But what if you was one woman and you had two baby daddies and you were still fooling with both of them? Or what if you had a woman and you got married and you still fooling with your first love? You ain't got to have a baby behind. No babies don't have to enter in this at all, for it to work or for it not to work. But you still fooling with them. Do you see what I'm saying? So that you just put. I think people are more uncomfortable with the title, with the the being truthful about the situation, because there are a lot of women that are not in quote unquote relationships, that have, friends. Okay? And that's just the truth. Just like there are a lot of men that have friends. They see more than one woman, or the woman sees more than one man. Do you see what I'm saying? But what if you fall in love with two people? What do you do then? What if you fall in love with two men? What's going to happen then? Do you see what I'm saying? And also, I think that it could work for some women if you have that alpha female energy, but also if you learn how to harness your divine feminine, the divine feminine that's in our women. If you can harness that and you can meld that together with the divine feminine, because we know that when it comes to the woman, she has the divine feminine and the divine masculine in her. We are divine feminine as well as divine masculine. That's why when you're ready to get pregnant, the man has to fertilize your seed, because that determines the birth of the baby. Because until then, the baby is they are female. Now, depending on what sperm the man is dealing with, and what man you're dealing with, what type of, is he dealing with male sperm or female sperm, that determines the sex of your baby. But when you get pregnant, at first they are all, well, before you get pregnant, those eggs inside of you are all female anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? And so those are just things to think about. And so Manny said, keep one in Ohio and one in Indiana. Problem solved for me. I heard that, Manny girl. But if I was doing it, we have to be in the same house. We'd have to be in the same house, like for real. I'm not even gonna lie about that. So, but yeah, just something to think about. But like I said, as far as those fraternal relationships, I can't believe my thumbnail is not up there. Like I said, the Nigerian girl, she married, identical twin brothers. That's got to be fascinating. Like, what if they are identical in every way, every single way? So it stands to reason. Twins is a little strange anyway. So it stands to reason that they would fall in love with the same girl, because their think patterns are the same, their emotions are the same. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's fascinating. And also the woman that's married to the triplets. I was like, wow, because it's essentially one person. So I'm like, well, dang. But see, here's the thing though. There's always a dominant. There's always a dominant twin. So how does that work? That is crazy. Brady said, I'm just minding today. This convo is wild. Girl, you know your auntie ain't shy. You know she ain't. But yeah, that's fascinating. I think that a lot of you ladies are even afraid to comment, because you're afraid of what somebody's going to think about you. Like I said, that's been held down by religion, tradition, as well as patriarchy. Whether we know it or not, whether we realize it or not. You see, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. It's nothing wrong. Like I said, gender roles are being redefined. What if you meet a man now? I don't see how this is possible, and I would not feel comfortable with this. What if you are a female and you met a man that is he calls himself non-binary, right? You meet a man that is, you have you seen those men that they have beards, and they say, and but they like to wear makeup and wigs and stuff, but they still, I don't even know if they are technically gay or bisexual, but they sleep with men and women, and they look like both. Do you see what I'm saying? What if he was in a relationship with like a male and a non-binary male? What would that look like? That would be fascinating. So it's just crazy these days. You see a lot of women running, being the head of household these days, even if she's married. A lot of men, some men choose to stay home and let their wife go to work. So is that a female led relationship right there? If your woman is working and you are staying at home with the kids? Do you see what I'm saying? And so that's right, man. You the only one that ain't scared to talk, girl. Hey, Slayer Jim came in and said, yes, I have twin sisters, and they have a bond so strong that they have to live in the same state, yeah, and see each other every day. Yeah, that's why I was saying King's Meeting is fascinating when it comes to twins. So it would stand to reason that they would fall in love with the same woman. Like for real. And I can even I have even heard of twins tricking their girlfriends and stuff, and switching with them, acting like it's the you're supposed to be the twin, the brother that she's going with, but they don't switched out. You really with the other one and you don't even realize it. That is how identical they are. So if you got something like that going on, you might as well be in a relationship with both of them, because it's really one person anyway. You see what I'm saying? And even like I said, those triplets, are they really one person? Anyway, well, they are technically really one person anyway. And so yeah, it's crazy. It's just fascinating when it comes to do. That's what got me about the conversation of polyandry and women. What got me was the idea of the twin brothers. That's what fascinated me, because I'm like, is that creepy or what? Like, how does that work exactly? So yeah, I don't know. But I just thought about that, guys, and I want to bring it to your attention. Polyandry. Could that work? Could it work? Could it be a viable option? Like I said, especially for the beta males, you have a lot of people in cuckold relationships. And you know what a cuckold relationship is, right? A cuckold relationship is when you got a man and he like to watch you with other men. So what if you had a man that liked to watch you with other men, and you know what I mean? Y'all all three be in a relationship together. How is that acceptable then? Cause he want to watch anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot going on. So yeah, but I think that especially as the next generation move forward, they are going to absolutely redefine relationships. They're doing it now. You know what I mean? No, we can't do the cuck stuff. You don't want the one person watching King's Meter. Child. Maddie said, hell no, LOL. If you don't go back to Indiana, sir. Child, you a mess, Maddie. Slayer Jim said, I'm not into the freaky dinky. You're not into the freaky dinky, Slayer Jim? Well, now I ain't gonna lie. When I was young, if I would have met twin brothers, I don't know. I'm messy. I don't know. I don't know. My mind is going to say, okay, well, what your brother be doing today? No, I'm just kidding. But I think it's fascinating. No, it's fascinating. I think that we are so far behind in a lot of ways. We call ourselves far thinking, leaders in when it comes to culture and stuff, but we are really old fashioned in a lot of senses. Do you see what I'm saying? And when it comes to polyandry, women being in a relationship, even a marital situation with more than one man, I think that is backward thinking in a way. 'Cause even in Africa, there are several countries where there are female led relationships. So are we doing ourselves as women a disservice? Do you see what I'm saying? And so it's just something to think about. To me, it's fascinating. King's Meeting said, now, if we gonna feel like extra folks, we bring the mirror in the room. I can put a wig on if he needs something different. Ah, oh my God. Say a mirror in a whole outfit, huh, King's Meeting? Child. Ain't nothing wrong with a little role play, child. Brandy said, you do know I don't believe S. You said, I think Rhoda, they got your brain. Just they got my brain, Brandy. Child. Now, it'd be very interesting about them twins, though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Slim Jim said, not with my actual man, but I do think two men I don't have feelings for. Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's a lot of women that are in, have situations like that. Slayer Jim. It's a lot of women that fool with more than one man, for a couple of different reasons. You might have one man, because you like to be, he's very affectionate and he's very very soft, and he's like your buddy, your friend with benefits. And then you might have that other man to where he's very masculine and he's very alpha, but you're fooling with both of them for different reasons, you know. But the thing is, in polyandry, you fooling with two men that you do care about. That's the only thing that's different, you know. So yeah, Manny said, I don't even think it's because of the guy, for real. LOL. I just really like my space. So the thought of sharing it with two men every day just make me want to run away. I can understand that, Manny, too. Because I don't like to share my space with one man. I'm very solitary as well. I get it. What I mean? But, in any relationship, you have to deal with compromise. And that's just life. You know what I mean? Like, for real. So yeah, Kingsman to say, Miss Olivia, my man is way older than me. Um, she said, heck, mess around and have a heart attack. Child, I try to bring another younger. Now, Kingsmana, that is a very good thing. I'm glad you said that. Cause what if you are a older woman, right? Not like what they call some older women that like to what if you are in a Jada Pinkett Smith situation? Okay, Will Smith is the older husband, and she was fooling around with August Alsina, the younger man. And what if Will Smith did really give August Alsina the go ahead, you know, to be with the wife that's his age, but August Alsina is in his 20s, and Will is older. So yeah, that's something good to think about. Yeah, thank you, Slayer Jim. A cougar. You might be a cougar. You might still be married. And it ain't nothing against your I messed up my thing. It ain't nothing against your husband. You still love your husband. You just been with him for 25 years, and you wanna, you wanna relive your youth. You young, you still look good. Your body's still on point. You know what I mean? And so yeah, King Smith said, cougar, them young men don't know how to shut they shoulder, girl. King Smith, yeah, they like to kiss and tell these days. I feel you. Woo, man, he said it takes Jada entanglement. You'll take Jada entanglement any day, LOL. If it ain't like that, you don't want it. If it ain't like that, you don't want it, man. Well, see, now you coming up. See? You just got to put all the variables together. You just got to we just have to, as women, get out from up under patriarchy. Because if you can take your mind away from what patriarchy has taught you, you would have a different type of situation. Now, Jada Pinkett, she doesn't seem to be bound by patriarchy. Do you see what I'm saying? Because she didn't let stop Will. Will didn't stop her from being in an entanglement. And really, I don't care what Will say. He might have signed off on that thing with her and August Alsina because he was doing him with some little young girls, too. And we know they got an open relationship. It's just the fact that people found out about it. He might have signed off on that thing. We know they freaky deaky in that relationship. They both have relationships with younger people. You know what I mean? So, but Will just didn't want the world to find out about the freaky deaky that was going on in their relationship. That's what the problem was. And August was collateral damage because he fell in love, you know. But sometimes the situation is just a situation. They ain't gonna never get farther than the situation. A lot of men have sex with women with no emotion involved, and a lot of women can't have sex with men without having emotion being involved. That's the difference between a woman and a man. A lot of women don't realize that a man has to choose to put you in his heart. He could be having sex with you for years and not put you in his heart. He will never love you if he don't want to choose to put you in his heart. A lot of women, we can't do it like that. We can't turn that love thing off because we are very maternal creatures. We are mothers and stuff, and so we can't turn it off. If you love, you just love. You know what I mean? But some women can turn it off now. It's not all women. Some I can turn it off. Some women can turn it off. But and then a lot of women don't understand. Well, my man fooled around on me. He don't love me no more. Nope. That ain't necessarily true. He married you because he chose to put you in his heart. It's just he can't be monogamous, but he love you. That's why he married you. But the sex with the other chick ain't got nothing to do with it. The fact that he love you. And a lot of people can't wrap their minds around that. But men have to choose to put their own children in their heart. If they being honest, they'll tell you that. That's why you got some men with a whole bunch of women and they only fool with one, like with one or two of their kids, and they deadbeats to the rest of their other kids. That's why that happens. They don't love them all equally. Do you see what I'm saying? And so yeah, Slayer Jim says I don't want to see my man with another woman, and most definitely not with a yeah. Well, I'm not talking about that. The two men is sleeping with each other. No, I meant heterosexual men. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that whole yeah no nope. Manny says I can LOL be baffled by my friends. Like, girl, just handle your business and block the number. Slim Jim said women have to do one and done if they don't want to catch feelings. Usually, yeah, for a lot of women that's true. I agree. Like I said, we can't turn it off like men can turn it off. They don't even have to turn it on. A man don't even have to turn it on in the first place. Because sex don't equal love to a man. Not necessarily. If he's having sex with you and he happens to love you, okay, then sex equals love. But for most men, that's why they like to do that. What do they call that thing? That pump and dump. That's why they feel that idea so much, because sex don't always equal love to a man. Now with women, for a lot of times it's different. Sex does equal love, if she's giving herself to you, it's because she cares about you. But it's not always that way for men. And a lot of women don't understand that. Manny said that Slayer Jim, not all women. you know. And so yeah. But if we being honest about ourselves, with ourselves, I don't think that a lot of women would mind being in a polyandry type situation. Like, I really don't. What if you got the man that you like to cuddle with, and he's very affectionate, he's very attentive to your needs, but when it comes to in the bedroom, he's lacking, you know. But you love him to death, he's just lacking in the bedroom. And then you got your other brother husband over here that is not lacking in the bedroom. Do you see what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So you got the perfect man and two men. Okay? And so, yeah. I'm just saying. Slayer Jim said it make it happen. Yes, like Jada, she was with the boy for years. I mean, yeah, there wasn't no love because she ain't never leaving Will, and Will ain't never leaving her. What they said, a bad marriage for life. Hey, Lady Tia, how you doing? Your other boo. Mary Screen said, yeah, your other boo. And so yeah, you selfish. Well, of course, you selfish. That's why you would like I said, Lady Tia, polyandry means that is you are the only woman in a relationship with two or more men. You're not sharing your man with other women. They sharing you. The men are sharing you, but you are the one that's leading the relationship. So yeah, it can be selfish. I get it. You selfish. You want both of them. Okay. But I think you was talking about polygamy. Polygamy is more than one woman, with just one man. That's a sister wife situation. But I'm not talking about a sister wife situation. I'm talking about a brother husband situation, if you will. That's what I'm talking about. It's Slayer Jim. Yep, that's what I like. LOL. Will was off. Yeah, he was off doing whatever, and she had August in the house. Right? Mission accomplished. That's true, because that's what happened. And Will can't act like he didn't know about it, because he knew about it. Come on now, really. He got embarrassed. Number one, because August couldn't keep his mouth shut, and number two, by the way that it came out. You know, it's definitely a no for you, Lady Tia. I heard that. Like I said at the top of the video, I hope you go back and listen to it. Like I said, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? But like I said earlier, with gender roles being redefined, so could you consider that type of situation? And so yeah, it's just something to think about. I found it fascinating. When I was reading about it. But what I found fascinating though was the fact of the one woman with the identical twins. That's what I found fascinating, because I would like to be a fly on that wall. Like, what are the conversations like? And even if the twins are identical, if one's dominant over the other one, how does that dynamic work? You know what I mean? So that's what I found fascinating. That's what intrigued me. That's really why I did the video about polyandry. Because there's a lot of women, like I said, that are in polyandry type relationships right now, or even polygamous. If you're a side chick, you in a polygamous relationship. Okay? If you're a side chick, you in a polygamous relationship. That's what you in. Because your man got a main woman, and you the side chick, you the other woman. So it's one man with at least two or more women. So what's wrong with the woman being in a polyandry type relationship? And like I said earlier, there are a lot of women right now that are single in polyandry type situations, not necessarily relationships, but situations. Just don't want to put a title on it. The title is what makes you feel uncomfortable because of religion, and patriarchy and what you've been taught all your life. You've been taught all your life that you a thought or you a hoe if you sleep with more than one man. That's what you've been taught. And even though you've been taught that, you still sneak and do it because you think it's wrong. But you still gonna do it anyway. But if you think it's so wrong, why not just be out with it? And don't sneak around. It's got to feel free and not to have to sneak around. And so yeah. That's right, they doing it anyway. Just keep it real. And so yeah. No, Lady Tia, that's why Jada did it, because she went. Yeah, we talked about Jada. She went and bought a new she was testing it out hot dog. Well, yeah, we talked about Jada earlier. Yeah, but anyway, guys, that's I just want to give this little. I thought it was a little fun subject to broach. I don't hear a lot of people talking about polyandry in women, especially polyandry in black women. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we are bound by so many conventional rules, but younger people are breaking those rules, and they are redefining roles, gender roles, and every other kind of role. So, do you think that we will be seeing that, in the future? And if you are, say you are alpha female, or are you a selfish female, or are you, a possessive female, would that type of relationship work for you? Because you are the one that's in control of the relationship. You are the one that's controlling the narrative with these men. So, it's just something to think about. Lady Tia said, I heard you, Miss Olivia. They might as well. They know about it. Yeah, they know about each other anyway. So, what's the problem? Like, why lie? Just keep it real. I don't see what's wrong with it. It's not for everybody, but hey, okay. Like I said, in some countries, it's acceptable. And when we talk about our ancestors, in the old dynasties and the matriarchal, the several matriarchal led tribes in Africa in the old days, if they are matriarchal led tribe, do you think they only had one man? No, they did not. They had more than one man. They had many of them had more than one man. You see what I'm saying? And so, man, he said, I ain't mad at all. At all. Yes, ain't nothing to be mad about, honey. It's just a situation. But you know what I mean? One size don't have to fit all when it comes to relationships. And that's pretty much the point I was trying to get across. And as far as those beta males go, and could that be a beta male paradise? For a whole lot of reasons. Like I said, because you antisocial, you scared to approach a woman, you're a hetero male, you just scared to talk to a woman. You know what I mean? So could that be the answer for you? What if this alpha woman approaches you about that sort of thing? What would you be accepting to it, or would you just say no? What would you do? I guess they have the perfect man. You're going to lead at least, to have the perfect man, you're going to at least 3. Well, on my thumbnail, what ain't up that I thought was up is one woman, she married to triplets, identical triplets. So she got 3 of them. But I feel you, Lady Tia, though, because I made that, differentiation in different type of men. Like you have one that's more soft and one that's, so yeah, not so soft. I'm about to go pray for my will in August. I heard that, Manny. And so yeah, it's something to think about. So, Lady Till, when you came in the room, did you see the thumbnail or no? Because Brandon was saying they didn't see the thumbnail. I can't believe why that thumbnail didn't pop up if it didn't pop up. But anyway, y'all, I thought the thumbnail was up there. It should have been up there. That is crazy. YouTube tripping again. Oh, you did see it, so it is up. Thank you, Lady Tia, because they were saying they didn't see the thumbnail at first. Okay, thank you for telling me that. I was worried about that. I was like, what's going on now? She said the thumbnail is well, Brandy, you don't want to say the thumbnail wasn't there. That's what you said. I was going by what you said. Yeah, two women and a man. Thank you, Lady Tia. Lady Tia, I was going by what Brandy said. Brandy said the thumbnail wasn't there. Oh, child. Like she said, I'm sorry. Two men two men and a woman. In the middle. Yeah. Two men and a woman. Uh-huh. So yeah, shoot, even the thumbnail is cause we a lot of us can't even wrap our mind around the thumbnail, huh? Yeah, but it's just something to think about, y'all. I thought this be a cute little conversation to have. I know a little while ago, I don't even know if that video is still up or not. It's probably not. But I did a video about polygamy. You know what I mean? And a lot of women want, of course, good with polygamy. The one man and the sister wives situation. But what about polyandry when it's one woman and you got the brother husband situation? You good with that? Child, I just entered. You don't be pet. I don't forget you, Brandy. Y'all see Brandy harassing me? Y'all, she do me like this all the time. She harass me all the time, like for real. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much all I got. Now, y'all, if y'all are not subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you subscribe to my channel already, or if you're just subscribing, please, when you hit the notifications bell and you get those three styles of notification, just hit all so that you will be aware when I post another video when I go live. We know this algorithm be tripping, and I heard that they've slightly changed the algorithm some, and a lot of my notifications aren't being sending out. Nobody's hardly gets all their notifications sent out anyway, but that would really help me out a lot, guys, if you would check your the bell and make sure you got it all. And after I finish this video, which I'm finished to do, I'm actually going to do a pre-recorded video, and I hope that you guys will support that video. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a good topic. Look, quick little entertainment news, and I want to just put it in a pre-recorded video. The thing about my pre-recorded videos is that I have to find a new video recorder because it's a lot of times sitting here lately when I've been doing the pre-recorded videos, the pictures are blurry. But I like the recorder because it lets you do pic collages, and so that's why I keep that DU recorder. But I guess I'm gonna have to find me another one. I don't know, but I'm going to load a video when I finish this video, and I hope that you guys will check it out. Like I said, it's some entertainment news, but I want to do this video live so that I can interact with you guys about this conversation. A lot of women aren't comfortable talking about things like this, but it don't bother me. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I understand them both. But yeah, not your, yeah, for a lot, like I said, for a lot of women, it's not their cup of tea. But there are a lot of women out there that it is their cup of tea. You know what I mean? And so yeah, yep. But I'm not judging either way. Love languages had a lot to do with a woman with multiple mates. They serve a purpose for her. Look, yeah, absolutely, they serve a purpose for her because that is why she is the head of the relationship. Because they each have a role. Do you see what I'm saying? They each have a role. So I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, we just talked about those roles. Like I said, go back and listen to the video. But you're absolutely all right. I agree with you. Maddie says, I'm here for all of the convos. You here for it, Maddie. Thank you, Maddie, girl. Last night before I get out of here, if you guys noticed, there was a full moon, and we had been talking Sunday. We talked about, the age of Aquarius. Well, there was a full moon in Aquarius last night, and I hope a lot of people did a lot of meditating if you were aware of the moon last night, because it would, if you did a meditating, or maybe yesterday you didn't know why you were feeling so self-aware or wanting to become more aware. It was just something, a force was pulling you to just spend some time with you. That is because there was a full moon in Aquarius last night, and it was really good, really good, positive, self-affirming situation for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Give you, to let you, make you want to do some self-reflecting, if you will. And so yeah, that was a powerful moon last night. It really was. Lady Tia said, I'm here for it too. Yeah, I mean, we are dust. There's nothing wrong with these types of conversations. And if you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. But it's nothing wrong with, listening to it, listening to somebody else's idea about it. It ain't hurt nobody. Ain't nobody saying you got to go out and do it. But it's just a little light subject to talk about. In my opinion, it's a light subject to talk about. It was cute to me. So yeah, I'm here for it too, Lady Tia. Lady Tia said I was staring at the moon last night, and it didn't even watch your video yet. Oh, okay, Lady Tia, cool. So maybe you was feeling drawn to that full Aquarius moon last night. So yeah, thanks for saying that. That is awesome. Yeah, yeah. And it was a lot of real, some strong healing properties in that moon last night. If you were to meditate on it, like I said, it should have been calling you to do a lot of self-reflection. Do you see what I'm saying? Especially us women. It should have been calling to our divine feminine, that moon last night. That's why I brought it up again today. Do you see what I'm saying? And so yeah, I thought that moon was beautiful last night. Very feminine energy, a lot of feminine energy. You wish you knew that yesterday, Slim Jim. I wish I would have mentioned it Sunday, but I forgot. I forgot to mention it in the video. I forgot to mention it on Sunday. I really did. I'm sorry. If you watched that video on Sunday, I forgot to mention it. Uh huh. But it was this very powerful moon. And so, yeah. And so, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for listening to me. And thanks for considering what it is that I had to say on the subject of polyandry. Do you see what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with not wanting to be bound with conventional ways, old conventional or traditional ways, and in part because we are in the age of Aquarius. And in the age of Aquarius, you are no longer in the age of understanding, you see, or searching. You are in the age of knowing, especially as it pertains to the divine feminine. Okay? And so, yeah, I like that about this age. We are no longer, trying to figure out who we are. Some of us still are. Like I said, that's why I said even roles are being redefined, gender roles and relationship roles, are being redefined in this day and age. And they will continue to be, we will continue to see a whole lot of things being revealed as well as being redefined, in this age of Aquarius. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a nice day. Thank you guys so much for considering what it is that I had to say. Thank you so much for sharing in the conversation, whether it was polyandry was for you or not. Do you see what I'm saying? Thanks for, joining, just listening to listening to my, what I had to say about it. Yeah. Yeah. Lady Chill said, Bay put confirmation on a lot of my thoughts with our answers. Absolutely, Lady Chill. Absolutely. So, anyway, guys, you guys have a nice rest of your day. Be looking out for that pre recorded video that I'm going to drop in a few minutes, if you will. Show me some love on that by clicking that video. Do you see what I'm saying? And also click that notifications bell, all the choice of all, as well as it pertains to customized or whatever. And so thank you, Manny. I see you later. I'm see you all of you guys later. You guys have a nice day. And I'm gonna talk to you again. Bye bye. Peace.